Hello everyone, welcome to Uncaged Mice. If you're new to my channel, it's dedicated to help animal rights activists to understand the movement, goals, strategies, and to conduct the powerful actions. So I will research the literature and share it with you guys, and sometimes I will include my personal experience. Today's topic will be based on suggestion from the comment section of my first video, and I will talk about the Francoines Abolitionist Approach, and I will shortly explain the term Speciesism. I did put these two topics together because Speciesism is often used and is essential for understanding the Abolitionist approach. All the useful links I will enclose down below, including the wonderful platform of Abolinists with the QA section, educational videos, books, and many more. And all information available in different languages, and it also has the leaflets to print out. So let us now dive into the topic. The term Speciesism was introduced by Richard Ryder in 1970, and the meaning comes from commonality with sexism or racism, prejudice upon the moral, irrelevant physical differences. What is the modern definition of Speciesism? Merriam-Webster dictionary has the nice description: prejudice or discrimination based on species, or the assumption of human superiority. Now, when we are clear with terminology, let's talk about the abolitionist approach. The word abolitionism, first of all, relates to the historical movement against slavery or human ownership of other humans. To the animal rights movement, the abolitionism or abolitionist veganism was brought by Professor of Law Gary Francoines. In 1985, he began to teach animal rights theory as part of his course in jurisprudence. In 1995, in Animals, Property and the Law, he argues about seeing animals as property. He claims that legal, social and economic forces militate strongly against recognition of animal interest unless it's profitable for humans. 1 year later, in Reign Without Founder, the ideology of animal rights movement, he opposed the regulation from animal welfareists and claims that animal rights requires abolition of animal exploitation. There are 6 principles of Francoines Abolitionist Approach. First, all sentient beings, human or non-human, have the basic right not to be treated as property to others. Property status doesn't give animals moral value. That means basically they are seen as something and not someone. They have the owner who decide how to treat them. In opposition, abolitionists say that animal use and abuse is unjustified in any case. Second, we must recognize and abolish all animal exploitation and not use regulations and not support the welfare reform campaigns or single-issue campaigns. I think it is clear enough that there is a myth that they can humanely exploit someone and work together with exploiters to make the conditions in which animals live better. So you cannot be a little bit racist, you cannot be a little bit sexist. So don't fall into a trap justifying being a little bit speciesist. The third principle, veganism as a moral baseline and creative non-violent vegan education is a cornerstone of rational animal rights advocacy. Okay, a little bit of context. Veganism is a moral imperative, a matter of justice and not a diet as it often perceived. Not to be a vegan is directly participating in animal exploitation. However, it's worth to mention that veganism does not require a leader. It's something that we all can do and must do as a grassroots movement. The moral status of non-humans should be linked with the sentience alone and not with other cognitive characteristics. All sentient beings are equal for the purpose of not being used and seen as a resource. Sentience is a subjective awareness. There is someone who experiences the world, who has interests, desires, and this is enough to recognize the moral value of a being. 5. Rejecting all the kinds of human discrimination, such as sexism, racism, ableism, classism, heterosexism, just as rejecting speciesism. Opposition to the speciesism requires that we oppose all the discriminations. We cannot only reject species as criterion to avoid and discount interests of non-humans, while not taking position and discount the interests of humans by criterion of sex, class, race, and so on. 6. Recognition of non-violence as a core principle for animal rights movement. So the abolitionists see their movement as an extension of peace movement, so they embrace non-violent approach in their actions. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and find it helpful, please share it with your fellow activists, give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more. You can also watch my previous videos that I linked, and I'm open to your comments and suggestions, and I see you next time. Bye!